Hello everybody, welcome to Dwarf Fortress again, sort of, maybe. So, I don't think I quite explained exactly what I'm doing here. I explained it all in the video, but then of course my last video of adventure mode, but then of course everything got corrupted, so the commentary went kapoof. So basically I'm going to be, this is the correct world, I'm going to be doing a fortress. As you may have noticed, I had numerous modes. That was for looking up legends of people from way back when I did not have a ludicrous number of people on my list of names. So yes, we are going to be doing a fortress mode run through, which will probably not last very long. I'm not very good at fortress mode, unfortunately. So of course up. Let's just go for a little quick tour of Elusive Shoal. I believe up here. That looks fairly like where we just were. I don't actually, unfortunately, I can't quite for the life of me remember exactly where we were. Certainly that looks fairly like it, doesn't it? From what I remember. I mean, although I thought there was should be a thing up there, shouldn't there? But there doesn't seem to be. Maybe we weren't living there. Maybe was it up here? I don't know. Where's the that's just telling me there were goblins around. That's not what I want to know either. I should have looked this up before we started, really, but I forgot. I don't know. I think we might have been around here somewhere in the last adventure mode. Anyway, let's go back to this and do a quick search for stuff and things. Right. I do not want any aquifers. That's not how you change the aquifers. I do want... It should be noted that I did actually build this world with the vague intention of doing it in fortress mode eventually, so hopefully we should be able to find something with lots of metals. I'm not also completely sure where the music has gone, but there should be music. I don't know where it's gone, unfortunately. It seems to have wandered off. Oh, I've just said no soil. That's not at all what I want to do. Derp. No. Let's try that again, with less derping. Soil NA. There we go, do that. Okay, the lack of music is slightly irritating, but I'm sure it'll turn up eventually. So while it's doing this out, I will just explain in terms of spare utilities. I have Dwarf Therapist, and I also have DF Hack, which I might be using for stuff. Mostly that handy tool that lets you dig out all the veins. Not that I can remember what the command for that is, so I'll probably have to spend a little while guessing before I actually find it, but yeah. I might be using that. Beyond that, I don't have any particular utilities installed. I mean, I have a lot of them installed, but I'm just not running them. Okay, so the searchy thingy is just about done. Let's go for a tour. Oh yes, I need to browse results, don't I? You can tell I have not played this game very often. Right. I kind of want to wander in here and see what's going on. Of course, I should have specified to start somewhere with a river, really. But no, that place looks kind of good. If we just, oops, it is not like that. No. Just there's an aquifer here, as I always used to call it. Other than that, that would be quite nice. Other than the aquifer. Aquifers are not fun. This looks promising over here, though. Oops. That's not what I meant at all. That button, there we go. Got a stream, so we've got clay, deep soil, shallow metals, deep metals, and then we've got clay, deep soil. So we've got some forest, we've got some woodland, we've got some other vegetation. I might go up one more actually. just to get a little bit more. So maybe up one more again. So we have lots of other like berries and random nonsense of that nature. And it would probably be sensible to start on the other side of the river, actually. Let's go about there. That seems fairly reasonable. So we've got sort of 6 squares of lots of vegetation, 3 squares of not quite so much. And it's warm. I don't think warm is too disastrous. Deep soil, which is not ideal. I can't remember if it tells you if there's sand or not. I hope there is, because having to buy glass is really irritating. Right, let's embark. Yes, I want to embark there. Don't know which of these I want. I think I shall prepare for the... I have a feeling if I prepare for the journey carefully, I'll get something completely wrong. On the other hand, I don't know which of these I particularly want. For new players, simple start. That seems like something I want. So I've got a miner, mason, a miner mechanic, a miner bone carver, a woodcutter carpenter, a brewer, cook, butcher and tanner, a building designer grower, and another building designer grower. I don't think I really need 2 building designer growers, to be honest. So let's I would, on the other hand, like a hunter. So let's try and remember where the hunter option is. I think ambushing is hunting based, if I remember correctly, and obviously I will want him to be... Oh, he's also apparently the bookkeeper. I really don't want him being the bookkeeper if he's going to be shooting things. Right, he needs to be a crossbowman, I think, is the other thing. Okay, so he is now a proficient crossbowman. And then I shall make him a slightly better ambusher if I can, if the game will let me. Yes, there we are. Okay, that now means somebody else has got to be the... Right, so he is apparently my broker, as well as my farmer. So what's this guy? Oh, that guy is my butcher, tanner, cook, brewer person. That person is just a carpenter. That person is just a miner and bone carver. That's just a mechanic miner. Okay, I'll take his mechanics skill down a little bit to give him, and actually his mining skill as well, so that he can have a little bit in record keeping and appraising, and not that, but those. Okay, and then how do I switch to items? That button. Okay, we've got copper picks, we've got nest boxes, we've got a training axe. I would prefer an actual axe. Also got 2 female dogs, 1 male dog, 2 female cats, 1 male cat, 2 female hens, 2 geeses, oops, and no camels. How disappointing we haven't got any camels. Anyway, let's grab another axe. Weapons, there we are. Ooh, that's really expensive. I don't know if training weapons can actually be used for this though, so I will buy one of those. We probably don't need the logs. We can always discombobulate the I'll get rid of these. That one? Oh yeah. And we can always discombobulate our wagon if we're in desperate need of logs. 3 copper picks. We need a bow, don't we? Or crossbow rather. Get one of those, and then we need some ammo for the crossbow, which is something I managed to forget at one point in my spend all my remaining points on. That is not a lot of copper bolts. Can I get any other? Can I get any slightly cheaper bolts? No, copper is about as cheap as we're going to get. Okay. Also, we don't really need stone. I mean, we're going to be mining that. So let's get some bolts. 20 bolts should do... can't quite get 25, that's annoying. Okay, hopefully that will be fine. Embark. Also, suddenly there were a million cars going past outside, so and also a helicopter. Hello, helicopter. Anyway, you have arrived after a journey from the mountain homes into the forbidding wilderness beyond. Your harsh trek has finally ended. Your party of 7 is to make an outpost for the glory of all of Zaladbim. There are almost no supplies left, but with stout labour comes sustenance, whether by bolt, plough or hook, to provide for your dwarves. You're expecting a supply caravan just before winter entombs you, but it is spring now. Enough time to delve secure lodgings ere the dingoes get hungry. You know, those dreadful dingoes. A new chapter of dwarven history begins here at this place. Sibrekkeshshak. Sibrekkeshshak. What a complicated name. Also known as Salve Swelters, which is only a slightly less complicated name. Strike the earth! I also have just realised, I forgot to check if we were boarded by necromancers. That could be a problem. I might have to try to remember how to do that in between episodes. Or I might try to remember how to do it now, just as soon as everything actually loads. Also, the music come back, which is nice. I know it's a very belated comment. It did come back like a minute ago, but still. I had other things to talk about. Right, we are here. And let me see if I can actually see on this. View civilizations, that's what I want. No, that's not what at all. Okay, I guess I don't know if we're going to be assaulted by evil zombies and things. Anyway, let's get Dwarf Therapist up and running. Okay. So, it has indeed had... Oh, goodness. Had this guy set up as our hunter, which is good. Right, next to do is names, and I'm just going to go down like that. Actually, no, I'll just go down. Down like this. So, we have... What's my name thing? So the first person we're using is Played. Oh, hang on, how do you do nicknames? I've forgotten how to do nicknames. This is a bit of a problem. I remember this eventually. There we go. Right, this is Played. Next, we have Mizard. Then we have Mr. Cookie. Then we have Sandra Ducks. Trisha. And then Matthew. And then Jared. Right, now we've done that, we can actually have a look at our people. So, Played. Played Goldenvrunum has been quite content lately. She's a worshipper of some people. I'll look at the gods later. She is fat, her eyes are heliotrope. She is 65, with double braid hair, which is burnt sienna. Interesting. She's got calm demeanour, she feels strong urges, seeks short-term rewards. She scratches her ear whenever she is bored. Good to know. Zard is a worshipper of some other things, including a slightly glitched out letter. Quick to tire, really susceptible to disease. Stuff. She often tells pointless stories when she is nervous, and she talks to inanimate objects when she's trying to remember something. Sounds like me. Mr. Cookie, who is... Hey, it's actually a male dwarf. That pixels. Unintentional, but quite convenient. Who has a undoubtedly fabulous beard. He's a dwarf. Very long sideburns which are neatly combed, a neatly combed, very long moustache, a braided, very long beard, and a ponytail. And then he's weak and quite susceptible to disease. We have a sort of assortment of not very tough dwarves. A worshipper of Kosh and a worshipper of Zuglarlik waved. She points and shakes her finger when she is angry. Interesting. Trisha. Note to self, remember to edit that out. She exhales slowly and deliberately when she starts getting bored. Interesting. She's got lots of good mental stats, which aren't very useful for a hunter, but never mind. He is incredibly tough and very strong. He's my farmer. I wonder if I should make him my miner instead. Oh well. He doesn't have any interesting nervous tics, which is disappointing. And Jared, who is the expedition leader, exhales sharply when he becomes exasperated. And he only has a medium length moustache. Letting down the side there, Jared. Okay, so what do we have around the place? We have a lot of trees. Okay, I'm back. Sorry about the interruption. What were we doing? Oh yes, we were looking at stuff and things. So we've got a little sort of cliff mountain arrangement going on over here. Beyond that, it seems rather flat, actually. I'm going to keep forgetting now, aren't I, that the L button does not look at things anymore. Right, so we've got some clay around the place. However, I cannot see any sand, which is slightly unfortunate, unless this is sand here. I'm still pressing L to everything. Aha! Sand. Fabulous. Right, so the sand... I'm pointing at the screen, good lord. There's sand around here somewhere. That alone... all those puddles will get very irritating, though. I think we might start building in kind of down here. Also, I should probably check what else we've got around the place. Got a common... we've got some fish. Okay. We don't actually have a fisherman, do we? Let's have a look here. Yes. No, we don't have a fisherman. Remiss of me. I might make Kitfrost our fisher. And then we have on the social front, we have... he's also our broker. I don't like making a fisher the broker. Let's not do that. Let's... who's not always going to be doing stuff? Our woodcutter is... the woodcutter's not going to be doing that much stuff. The woodcutter can be the fisher when he's not woodcutting. This is a handy dandy list of stats. Drinking a cup of tea, I'm a bit of a sore throat. So, yeah, sounds cool. Could definitely be quite a good melee sort of person. We have absolutely no one who's agile, and we're all quite vulnerable to disease, and we are all terrible at... I'm not even sure what most of this stuff means. Anyway, on the social front, so Cog is going to be... I'll leave mining on for now, but Cog is going to be our record keeper, whatever the technical term is. I've quite forgotten. Oh wow, look at this. Bookkeeper, that's the one. And then apparently, Kitfrost is obviously going to be our broker, and apparently also our chief medical dwarf, which I don't really want. So yes, yes, Cog is going to be our bookkeeper. Kitfrost will be the broker, but I will also have Kitfrost and fish for now, because we're not going to be trading anything for a little while anyway. I might make someone a woodcrafter. Let's make whoever this is our woodcrafter. Or another of our damn miners. I think we have too many miners, to be honest. And then on the animal front, we've got a very strong goose. We've got a mighty goose. Interesting. I'm not going to name the people after geeses and dogs and things, because they have a habit of dying quite quickly. Also, we have slight excess of cats. I should have possibly looked a little more closely at that. Right, anyway. Right, let's just get some basic trees and things going on here. Or rather, not going on. Let's cut down some trees and gather plants just in this sort of general area. And here as well. Yeah, a little bit unresponsive, that's slightly strange. Probably want to remove, not remove designation, remove upstairs ramps is what I was trying to do there. Just to sort of clear out that much. I think we'll dig in like here. The concern is that is a hell of a long way to go for water. I'll deal with that eventually. And then I think we'll go like down. Like something like, oops, not like that at all. Something like this, and then down a couple of floors. Right, that should be a little bit for them to do. Our hunter will hopefully go hunting. Our fisherman will hopefully not fill absolutely everything with fish. Let's get going. Oh, we should pasture everything. Let's do that before I forget. Zones. I should put the pasture. Put the pasture just sort of over here for now. It'll later. The trees in the way, which is unfortunate, but we can deal with those later. Pen pasture. Pasture information. I don't think the dogs and cats need to be pastured really. I'm not sure about the hens, just pastured just on the safe side, and all these geeses and things and water buffaloes. All such nonsense. So we can get some plant gathering. I forgot to press the button. Good job, me. Right, that should do on the whole plant front. Okay, so everyone has a job. Yes, good. Although in fairness, some of them are just pasturing people. Okay, so that looks like sand, which is good. That's good, I like. Okay, we found some stone as well. I'm still pressing. Oh, no, that's clay. That's not really what I want. What we've got down here? Sandy clay. This is slightly awkward. We get a slight lack of stuff. I mean, I know it said that it would be deep, but kind of excessive. No, that's definitely not what I want. There we go. A few more levels, I guess, and until we find some good stone. Stone is good. Ah, there we are, stone magnetite. Somewhere. And white. Yeah, we've found shinies. Excellent, I like shinies. Shinies are good. Why is there a cat in here? We've got magnetite all over the place here, good lord. Limonite. Okay, well, this seems like a fairly decent area to get going on. Couple of doors, and this can be our sort of storage area. I won't have them obviously mine out quite all of this yet. I'll get that going. That can be a storage spot. Anyway, finally, I was going to say, considering how good miners these people are supposed to be, they're really not leaving much behind. Although now they are, which is good. So who have we got mining here? We have Played, Mizard and Mr. Cookie, and Trisha has no job and Matthew has a job. I might just send them on fishing for now, unless there's anything anyone can hunt. There's an echidna. I don't know what an echidna is. It's a small, spiny mammal with a long snout, apparently. With tan hair. Oh, is this... Actually, that's a thought. Is this a... Ah, they can't get across to her. That is a bit of a problem. I might want to fix that. Yes, let's get a bridge going. It's not something I thought about. How do we go about building a bridge? I believe it's that button. Get a bridge going, something like that. Made out of various sorts of wood. Should do. Then we want some workshops going. So, not a farmer's workshop, that's not right at all. Mason's workshop, sorry, I was looking for that. Larch, why not? Carpenter's workshop can go here. Although it doesn't appear we're going to need a butcher's workshop anytime soon, given the lack of stuff to butcher and murder. Might as well get going in anticipation, as it were. We might as well get a crafts dwarf's workshop going on as well. And a pine, there we go. I should probably get a vermin stockpile going on as well. Right, let's figure out where we are. It's all outside and above ground and light, so not going to do a dump. I'm having a complete and utter mind blank here. Stockpiles, I thought I'd go to P. Right. Refuse stockpiles can just go sort of in the middle of the floor here. Should be good enough. So let's put our corpses in here as well. Just, you know, casually lob the corpses around. So hopefully this is all outside light above ground. Yes, good. Okay. Oh, I need to change standing orders as well. How do you do that? Set orders. Dwarves. Refuse. Gather refuse from outside and gather vermin remains. So I can get rid of them when I want to. Oh, we've struck amethyst. Shiny. This is an enormous quantity of magnetite here. However, we have found something that is not magnetite. Finally, we found chert. How nice. And a jelly opal. This is definitely a resource-rich site. Hello, cat. What are you doing here? Being observed by cats. I find this highly suspect. Anyway, as our industrious little dwarfs get on with the task of mining out whatever this stuff is. Limonite. What's that used for? More iron. We're going to have iron coming out of our ears here as soon as we actually get some coal. Well, actually, I think we started with some, but we haven't found any yet, which is unfortunate. At a later date I might harvest out all the limonite, and I suspect if I do the dig fee on this magnetite we're just going to dig out the whole map, so I'm not going to do that, because I like my map. There's nothing to catch in the central swamps, apparently. And on that random message I think we will end the part here. See you next time.